Hey guys, it's Dad with Dad's Guide to Adulting. I hope you're doing well and that you're having a great day. In this video, which is part of our Rules for Living section, I'm going to talk a little bit about the importance of empathy and compassion. Well, what do I mean by that? Basically, what I mean is being kind to other people, thinking about other people, and doing something every day of your lives to try and make something a little bit better for somebody else. Life is not easy for anyone. There are stresses, pressures, challenges that we all face. We all have to-do lists that are incredibly long, and there's lots of expectations on us. There are expectations from our bosses, our parents, our boyfriends and girlfriends, our friends, and even from ourselves. We're always under pressure to perform, to do it well, to not ever lose our cool, to be friendly and professional to everybody we meet. It's not particularly easy to do, particularly when there are so many distractions and demands on our time in the modern world. With that much pressure on all of us to get everything done in so many hours in the day, what ends up happening is that many of us become self-focused. We focus on ourselves and what is going on in our own lives. Everything becomes about ourselves, what we're doing. We wake up, we take a shower, we get off to work, we get our job done. We get home, we get our homework and projects done. We try to fit in a workout, make dinner, get the laundry done, take the dogs for a walk, clean up the kitchen, and maybe respond to a few emails before we collapse into bed at the night, only to wake up the next day and do it all over again. So what gets lost in that equation? Empathy and compassion for other people, including our family, our friends, and even total strangers. While we may feel kindly towards other people, we oftentimes don't make the effort to actually act on it. My point to you in this video is, speaking as someone who's been around for a while, you need to act on it. Do something every day of your life. It is hugely important not only for your family and friends, but also for your own mental health. If you call a friend and find out that they're dealing with the problem and you help walk them through that, I promise you, at the end of that day when you go to bed, that is the one thing you will have done that way that you will feel really good about. One of the things I have learned in my life is that every time I have done that, contacted a family member, a friend, a colleague, a client, a coworker, anybody, I find that they are dealing with something I had no idea that they were dealing with. It could be a financial crisis, a health crisis, marital troubles, anything. Sometimes they're really unusual, things you never would have guessed, but I never had any idea they were going through it until I gave them a phone call. And I also think that many of the times that that has happened, the other person didn't even realize how badly they needed to talk to somebody about it until somebody actually reached out to them and said, "How are you doing?" It's very important. I also find that I greatly appreciate it when somebody does that for me. I have a couple of friends who just randomly out of the blue will call just to chat and see how I'm doing. They've got nothing on their minds. Nothing important to talk about. They're just checking in. That makes me feel good, makes them feel good, and it gives me an opportunity to talk about things that are on my mind and get feedback from people whose opinion I respect on important things. One really important thing to remember here is that I am not just talking about feeling sympathy for other people. Don't allow yourself to convince yourself that you're an empathetic and compassionate and kind and good person, because when you hear about other people's troubles, boy, you feel sorry for them. The purpose of this video is not to get you to be a better person with better motives. It is to get you to actually act and do something every day to have a positive impact on other people. It is the action that counts. Remember, the smallest of good deeds is greater than the best of good intentions. It's important to mean well, but it's far more important to actually act on it. So what can you do in your limited time every day to demonstrate compassion and empathy for other people? Well, start small, something consistent. It can simply be a text to somebody saying, "Hey, I was thinking about you. How are you doing?" Somebody you know is dealing with a crisis today. Figure out who it is and try to reach out to them and see if you can help them. Focus on other people. Call somebody. Bring some joy and some smiles. Brighten somebody's day. Let them know you're thinking about them, which means everything. Also try, if you can, to be the security blanket for other people. It's important to remember that at the end of your life, very few people will remember what it is that you said, but they will never forget the way you made them feel. So try to make them feel good. Volunteer. Give some time to charity. Reach out to your friends and family. Try to do something every week to help somebody. That will not only help your own mental health, it'll help them, it'll give you confidence, it'll help improve your perspective and appreciate your own life and the problems that you do or don't have. It can bring you closer to your friends and your family. So be kind, folks, but not just with good intentions, with actual actions. That's it for this time. We'll look forward to seeing you next time. Until then, remember, you got this.